Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wadi the Crypto Hunter, and today I actually decided to start a new show with a different perspective from different artists, but that are also NFT and into the Web3. So, without further ado, let me introduce to you guys Zeller Visual in the house. Hello, Zeller. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good, good. Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you. And I just really enjoyed your logo intro and the music coming in. Great
Thank you.
work.
Thank
It-
you. I
it-
actually have a friend of mine to thank for that. His name is Crypto Clip Shane, and he does amazing intro and outro.
it totally got me fired up. So tell that person great work. I'm all right on. Like we're getting ready.
Thank you. Um my wife is in the house here from work.
Hi. Oh my
Oh,
gosh, hi.
I'm sorry, that was me. And West Coast, let's grow. What's going on, West Coast? And MK 2000. What's up, MK? So, um, tell us a bit about yourself, your background. How do you get into this Web3 and
Okay, so
well NFT actually? Go ahead.
NFTs. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and introduce myself. So, my name is Carrie Zeller. I am a 3D mixed media artist, documentary photographer, and filmmaker. I actually was introduced to NFTs about a year ago when I was exhibiting my 3D mixed media collages at an art show. And my collages are all based on heroes that live within us. So, whoever your hero is or your inspiration, I take a photograph of your hero and a photograph of you, and I collage your faces together and customize the piece to you. So, you can add specific materials or you can add anything that you want. So, for example, my PFP is a combination of Frida Kahlo and me. And in the headdress of it, there's a skull in the upper left. And that's for me to face my mortality because I believe if we face our mortality, we live our lives in a way that it's like a very temporary thing here. So let's like do some good, like really wake up and make something happen. And then the butterfly represents for all of us to spread our wings and fly and be our authentic selves. So I was showing the Frida Kahlo piece at the art show I was in last year, and somebody came up to me and said, you know, you really need to sell your work as NFTs. And I did not know what that was. I didn't want to have anything to do with it. That was my initial reaction. And then I realized about 6 months later, somebody mentioned it to me again. And I said, you know, I really need to look into this. And that's when I started creating the Web3 wall collage because I realized I didn't know anything about Web3. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to join the Twitter spaces, educate myself about Web3, and then I'll get into selling NFTs. So that's how this all started. And I haven't sold any NFTs.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm still like building network, you know?
yes. And I see this one is the one that you was just talking about.
Yes.
Now, yeah. So basically, from what I understood from the Twitter space we were on, and what you was just saying, so half is you, and the other half is actually the person you admire that you look up to.
Right. So, what I do is I'll find a combination of photos when I do my research of Frida Kahlo and or whoever your hero is, and I make my own version of your hero in Photoshop, and then I take a photograph of you, which would be that one of me, and combine it. And what I did is actually the original photo of Frida, she has a black cat on her shoulder, and so I put my little rescue dog on my shoulder. And the thing that's really great about these pieces is that they're customized to you. So everything in this piece is has like a personal story to me, and then Frida's within me. So I show her as well. And like for example, the necklace, I took photographs in Namibia, Africa. Those are encroached trees. And what I did is I cut them out and I made them into a necklace to remind me that like where I'm from, where my roots are, because I feel like we don't get to choose where we're born into this world, and you
Mhm.
almost have to just learn like the first 18 years of your life you're socialized into this world by whoever's raising you or wherever you are, and you just have to kind of, that's where you were born, and then you have a choice to live your life and go where you want to go. So it's just kind of, you know, reminding me of my roots and then, my growth, if that
Yeah,
makes
interesting.
sense. And
So,
then Mama, that's Mama Fiona on my shoulder, and I've had her for 7 years. She was found in a cardboard box with her three babies. They all had mange, and they were about to get euthanized at the Orange County Kill Shelter. And
oh wow,
I know somebody rescued them, and the babies went out right away because they were super cute. And then Mama had a lot of trauma, and this woman kept her for 2 years until I came along. And then it's Mama and I were like a perfect match. So she's been in my life for 7 years. I mean, she's saved my life. It's just incredible what a dog can do, you know?
yeah. Actually, my wife used to, when I met her, she used to have a dog too. Her name was Chubby, and she was just crazy about her because it helped her through a lot of issues that she was going through at the time. So,
It's insane. I mean, there was a time where I got a procedure done, and the doctor actually, I mean, I'm not going to get into the details, but he kind of messed up, and
oh,
I had passed out in my studio, and
oh wow,
I hit my head and I passed out in my studio, and I remember, I saw my dad, and I saw, because my dad passed away 14 years ago, and I saw light, like I saw the light, and I'm not some huge religious person. This is just what I saw. And I
wow,
remember feeling really amazing. Like I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like I had a good feeling. And then something was on my face, and it was Mama. She was licking me all over my face and woke me up. And it was almost like it wasn't my time to go. But whatever it was a good feeling, if that
yeah,
means anything, you
yeah.
know? So I guess I wasn't supposed to go yet.
I mean, trust me, I would tell you my story most likely at another time, but
I would love to hear it.
I have a lot to say about that, and yeah.
Would love to hear
Uh,
it.
hey, what's going on, Bernie? How bullish are we? So basically, I'm just gonna show this clip. I believe this is where you're doing your Web3 wall collage, right?
Yes.
Okay. And how long do you actually spend doing this? Because that looked like a lot of work.
That corner, which is actually, I mean, I live in a studio, so if I go like this, you can see the corner behind me.
Yeah.
And then it's like there's my bed. So
Okay.
I live in this one room, so I'm basically living in Web3. Like
Nice.
yeah, it's really cool because I've been in Web3, let's see, for 2 months, or I've been in Twitter Spaces for 2 months, and the wall has just grown. And so I have been working on this for 2 months. And
Yeah.
it's just, I chip away at it every day. And I can't really put a time limit on it. Time doesn't even, I don't know how to grasp the time. It just happens.
Yeah. Well, when you enjoy what you're doing, pretty much time is the least thing you worry about because I have been there and I've done that. At times, I like to create beats, but I'm not like, how can I say, I'm not aiming to be famous with it, but I do it for fun. It's like my hobby. Before, I used to be in it for like, okay, if I ever become famous and everything, but I spend even 2 3 hours just making sure I get the correct sound and it's something that I enjoy doing. So I just spend the rest of my time like just focus on that. Next
Right.
thing you know, I'm like, hold on. If I started like around 9 a.m., why is it 1 and I'm still here? So,
I know. I hear ya. I hear ya. So, I mean, that the wall, it probably took me, I mean, I would, if I were to guess, it probably took me like 2 hours, 3 hours, just that corner. Cause I can only chip away at things. And then I'll go to the next thing and edit for a couple hours. And then I'll go to spaces for a couple hours. Like I really have to divide the time. Is
yeah.
that something you do? Or do you stick with something for hours?
No, no, I usually divide my time. I try to break it down. I have spaces, YouTube spaces, my family, because, I have two daughters and my wife. And basically, I try to break everything even. At times, it's crazy because I'm in a Twitter space and I don't want to be rude. And I'm like 3 hours long already. And I'm like, but I actually enjoy it because I get to meet different people, just like I met you.
I know. I
Yeah.
know it. It's
And
amazing.
yeah, and that's the best thing about it. Like you get to network with other people, you get to see different projects, you get to interact and help each other out because I'm a big fan of helping others. So
Well, I think that's why we crossed paths because you and I are on the same wavelength there. I'm 100% in for helping artists and supporting artists.
no.
I think it's so important. And how old are your kids? Or do you
Uh
not want to expose that?
no, one is 11, the other one is 6.
Okay, so they're young. You have young kids.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. I love that you have two girls.
Yes, two girls.
I come from a three girls. I'm the youngest of three girls.
Oh, nice,
And
nice.
I think my parents went for a boy and they got me. But I mean, hey, I'm kind of a tomboy, so it's all good.
So, explain to me a little bit about this art piece right here.
Okay, so in the videos that I'm making for the Web3 wall collage, I'm featuring people that I connect with in Twitter Spaces.
Okay.
And like at the end of the film, I'll act out their profile picture. Okay, so Artistic Alliances is she makes these. Do you see the little flower in my hair and these little stars? She creates those as NFTs and sells them as NFTs. So this is a screenshot of me from a clip of me acting out her profile picture, right? And I can send you to that clip. And then Ian, Ian AI and Ian, or it's Ian and AI, took a screenshot of me and made this AI piece out of me. And then Artistic took that piece of Ian's and added these accessories of her work.
Oh
And I
wow.
thought, I can't even, I mean, my mind can't even, is still trying to grasp how cool that is. And everybody took their own initiative. We're all just doing it to create, you know? So that's three different artists.
Oh,
Isn't
so
that
this is nice. This is nice. Let me address this comment real quick. Bernie, bro, don't be jealous. I get you. You're trying to pretend it's for my wife, but no, it's all right, bro. And Bernie says, looks really good.
Oh, sweet. Thank you. Thank you.
Bernie is a friend of mine and a follower of my. Well, we started like that, just he started following me. I saw him on other chats, and we have become friends out of it. We have you could kind of say, same views in the market. He likes doing technical analysis just like I do too. And yeah, so He's
That's
a
really
clown,
good.
a total clown.
I was in a space the other day where there was a lot of clowns, and I was really glad that I had met you so I could understand the whole clown thing. And
Yeah,
I enjoy it now that I understand it better. Or
yeah. I mean, that about the clowns, they are very genuine people from my point of view that I have been speaking to them, and they really want to help the community. They're
very
not in
cool.
a, like, I don't know if you ever been at the point where you get rug or anything, but when you're coming to the crypto space, if you haven't got rugged or, you know, lost a bit of your money in the investment, you're still a baby in crypto. When that happens to you, then you graduate.
I like that. I saw my nieces and nephews last night,
Yeah,
and they're 14, 17, and 19. And they think they're a little bit curious why I'm making this Web3 wall collage. And
yeah,
it's totally fine. They think it's a little bit like what's happening, but I guarantee they're going to be involved. And no, they were wondering, are you selling NFTs? And I said, nope, nope, not yet, not yet. But it's, they're worried about people scamming. And I said,
yeah,
it gets a bad reputation, but really, you're exposed to so many people globally. You're going to be exposed to the best people in the world, and you're
mm,
going to be exposed to the worst people in the world. And you
yeah,
just have to know that. I mean, it's just like life, but, emphasized.
yes. And not only that, like the thing about scamming, it's when you get involved with the Web3 or NFTs, it's not you as the developer that gets scammed. Is usually the developer scams the community. So what I say is, like, if you're going to buy somebody else's NFT, then you got to make sure that you know where exactly you're putting your money at, because a lot of people, that's how they get caught. And we've been through it all, like,
I
literally. I
bet.
have been rug scam and everything that has to do with crypto, been there, done it, so I'm not surprised.
Well, I'm very happy to know you and connect with you because I'm in for the long haul, that's for sure.
Yes, definitely. And I like, it's unique. That's what I said. Let me get her on here, because even though you're new, even though you still haven't started your NFT collection, but from art artist point of view, it's unique. Like this one too, right here.
Thank you. It's really weird because I really feel like my life I've been conditioned to do this
Yeah,
in Web3. I honestly feel that. And I've hit, I'm 44 years old. I've fought my whole entire life to be an artist. I have never given up. When I literally, my dad, he's been gone for 14 years and I was really close with him. And thank God I was, because that's the relationship that I listened to. And he came to 2 years after he passed away, he came to me in a dream and told me, I keep going. You got to do this. You've got to do this. And here I am 12 years later, finally saying, I get it. I went through all of that. So I have these skills to be able to do this to help these people. And, I just never gave up, just like everybody says. And I'm still going through it. It's not, I mean, I got to figure out rent. It's in 2 days. It's the same. I mean, I'm kind of used to it because it's like I've been month to month for 20 years,
yeah, yeah.
but I know that this is why I've been conditioned in my life. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, but this is the beauty about the crypto space in general, blockchain, Web3, however you want to call it or describe it. The fact is that you will be able to create wealth from it, literally. Like I mean, I haven't gotten that lucky, like to make $1 million of an investment yet, but I have my fair chance where I did make some money and I kind of didn't know what to do with it, and I invested in the wrong projects too. So that's my fault. But the good thing about mistakes is as long as you learn from it, you're good.
I
Now, if
totally agree.
yeah, if you keep on repeating the same mistake, then that's no longer considered a mistake. That's just considered a bad habit of yours.
Yes, that's a
Yeah.
nice way to put it. I know when I've messed up, when I've done something where I messed up and I did it again, I go, "Oh, that is my fault. That is my fault I did that again." And so I've stopped doing that because I know you got to blame yourself if you do it again.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Now I was also going to talk about. I saw another masterpiece over here, and I call it a masterpiece because I really believe it. Um, oh, this looks interesting. Let's see this one. Hold on.
Okay, here's the example.
Yeah,
So this is a perfect example. I only have
yeah,
10 people on my wall right now, and Ian is one of the first people that I connected with in a space. And
yeah.
I've never really been exposed to AI. I don't, I have so much to learn about it. And so I
Mhm.
decided I was going to connect with Ian and make a PFP and act out his profile picture because he had so many great things to say and he seems like a great person. So I feel like people that want to help other people, I want to put them on my wall. Like artists who support artists go on the wall. And if they believe in truth and equal rights, like that's my crew. And if you don't want to be a part of that, totally fine with it. So I sent Ian his clip to approve it before I posted it. And he said, "Oh my gosh, I love this so much. Please send me a screenshot of it." So I sent him a screenshot, and then he made that AI piece in his program or whatever he uses, because he uses, I don't know what he uses. I mean, it's a mystery to me. But he created that piece out of the screenshot. And I thought, this is exactly what I want. That's our connection. We're already connected. We
Nice.
already have a collaboration piece. And nobody's paying anybody. We're just connecting. So he's the one who took the next step. And that's kind of what I do. I put it out there. And if he wants to, I'm like, you are awesome for taking the next step, right?
Yes. I mean, this looked pretty cool. And I don't really know how to explain it, but it's unique. I
And
haven't tried the. Well, I kind of want to get into NFTs, like making some of my own, but at the same time, obviously, it would be a different type of NFT. Like I would literally take some pictures doing funny faces and throwing a filter on it and just upload it and that's it. Those are different type of NFT too. But oh, here we go. The Mona Lisa one.
all the
Guys,
money.
pay attention to this one because if you guys could see, this is the part that I said, okay, she got me good.
Oh, I love it.
And that'll be how many
Oh, jeez. Who wrote that?
shaman, lawyer, judge sounds great to me.
Oh,
Uh,
jeez.
yeah, they are having fun in the chat. They will do that, but this is the piece right here, guys. So how did Well, I already know how you managed to do it, but even to combine it to the point that it matches every feature like that. I was literally last night trying to figure out where can I see a little oopsie, and I didn't find a single one.
Yeah, well, it's let's see here. So Mona Lisa's on the upper left. That's the original Mona Lisa.
Yes.
And I did a lot of research. This is what's so great about my work is that I learned so much from my own work. So I decided I was going to take the Mona Lisa and I have to do research, and then I pick a person because we actually collaborated on this piece to donate it for the Festival of Arts uh,
Okay.
hardship fund. So it's a donation piece that we did together, which is awesome. And it sold. It sold for $3,000. So, and I'm really grateful because when I was down and out during COVID, the Festival of Arts gave me a grant to keep me going. And
Oh
so I was
wow.
able to give back, which is really important to me because they saved me. I didn't have anything. And so Mary, who's on the bottom, she's this phenomenal painter. I mean, she's so skilled and she's about 63. She has triplets that are 33 years old. Okay.
Wow.
I know. And she's this phenomenal artist. And it was interesting because the Mona Lisa, I think she's probably 16, is my guess. 16 to 19. She's a peasant. They think she's a peasant woman on the street. They don't really totally know.
Yeah.
And I just love that Mary's older and I could combine the two. I made the piece look more like younger because the Mona Lisa is younger.
Yeah.
But what I did is I took one of Mary's paintings and I collaged it in the back and combined some of the mountains of the original. There's like a little bit of wave of some mountains in the original, but that's one of her paintings with the candlestick that I grabbed from
Right
one of her
here.
pieces. Yes. And
Okay.
then the combination, so Mary's face is on the left, Mona's on the right. And this is actually real fabric, that velvet. And I also sculpted it. So there's some foam behind it. So if you see it in real life, it's very three-dimensional. The photo doesn't really do it justice to it. And yeah, it's a combination of wood cutouts. There's about her head is cut out, her body's cut out. So it's very three-dimensional. And
Wow.
yeah, and I'm just so grateful. It just sold like 3 weeks ago. And they just contacted me and told me that. And really happy about that. And so's Mary. She's in the show right now. And my niece is actually working her booth. My niece just told me that last night. So it's really cool.
Nice.
Artists, yeah. I mean, that's a good job to have.
Dr. Shaman says that's pretty cool.
Nice. Thank you, Shaman.
Um, and let's see. I want to go through the Frankenstein one.
Oh my gosh, this one's so good. I actually made a video with this that's really good that I have not posted on my Twitter. It's on my Instagram. I don't know if you can go to my Instagram
Sure,
through the
definitely.
link tree. Oh yeah, cool.
By the way, guys, links to the page and everything that she's doing, it's on the description of the video. So if you want to follow her, by all means, you will see the link tree and you will see all her social media.
Okay, cool. So if you scroll, oh gosh, if you scroll down, you're going to see Frankenstein. It's a little bit further. Let me see if I can keep going. Oh man, I did do. Okay, so I think that one's it. The one that you can play, The Bride and Frankenstein. And the music's really good as well.
But one question, is it copyrighted music?
It's copyrighted. Oh no, wait. Yes, it's copyrighted music. I got it
So
on.
unfortunately, I won't be able to play it because YouTube would knock the stream out.
Oh, okay. Or it's royalty free. Is that the
Oh,
same
if
thing?
it's no, if it's royalty free, then it's fine. If it's copyrighted, then
Okay, so I got that totally wrong. It's royalty free because I buy it on story blocks is what I usually.
Um, MK says, have you thought about starting a virtual art gallery to hold your work and possibly have other artists put their work up as well?
But I actually was in a space the other day with only 5 people. I go into the small spaces too. And there was a girl in there. Her name is Art Inspired by, I can't remember the last part, something books.
Art Inspire. We all know her as that.
Oh,
I
well,
mean, I haven't spoken to her directly, but I have seen her in a couple of spaces.
perfect. So she said to me she would like to create a virtual art gallery of all of my clips. And then you can click on it and go to people's profiles through the clip. So she's designing something for August. And I
Nice.
have no, and I'm not, I don't know much about virtual art galleries or the metaverse, so I'm learning. But
Yeah.
that's what she said she's doing. And I kind of just have to wait and see because I don't know her that well. But at least
Well,
that's in the works.
MK says, I love the art aspect of your work, but in today's world, people look for the utility behind the art. The gallery might provide you some utility with the NFT.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Because right now I'm basically just giving people clips and I'm not on the blockchain yet.
Yeah.
But I think, down the road, maybe I can sell the clips as NFTs if people really want to be on the blockchain with the clip, right?
I mean, I think that could work too.
Okay.
Let me take a look at. Come on,
Oh,
really?
forget it. Is that, I think that I don't have those linked in correctly where you can just go right in.
Yeah,
Well, never mind.
yeah.
I don't know what to do about that because I think my Facebook one too, you can't go directly into it.
No, but my Facebook is logged in. Hold on.
So let's see. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just don't log in to think from here.
Oh, geez.
Which
There's
one?
way too many pictures of myself.
Yeah.
I think I should delete. Whoa, way too many. What do I do? I think I need to delete those.
Um. Wait. I mean, it's your page, so hey, ain't nothing wrong with showing yourself off. Like I do all the time.
I know. It's kind of like we have to do that as artists, right?
Yes,
There's me and Mama as the Grinch and the dog.
the Grange.
That was my Christmas card.
Bernie being a clown again. What is stop the news? What the?
Oh, they give you a hard time, huh? Dang, that's funny.
Yes,
They can say whatever they want to you right now.
yes. Um. Oh, do you have any videos on here with
Yeah, I can't. I don't know if I put the I don't think I put the Bride and Frankenstein on there.
Okay.
Unfortunate. So this is the show I was in last year, the Festival of Arts, and I only had one wall, an 8 foot by 8 foot wall. And I originally just had the Frida, the Lucille Ball, and the RBG, not the Vincent. And so Frida, I'm reading the comments. Frida, Lucy, and RBG, they are all my face combined with them. And all 3 of those pieces sold, which is so great. And then Vincent was the very first male piece I created. And that's my best friend, George, who's like a phenomenal artist in Laguna Beach. And he's 66 and he's just been a successful artist for years. So
Wow.
he is kind of like a Van Gogh and he looks like him. He has red hair. And so yeah, this is when I was approached and somebody asked me, have you sold your work as NFTs? So that's the first I had heard about it was when I was exhibiting at the show.
Bernie is one of these with him and a bull as his hero because Bernie is so bullish. So
Hey, you can do whatever you want. I will combine. Hey, if your hero is a giraffe, that's fine. I'll just combine the giraffe with you.
no,
There he is. There's George.
that one.
So if you see George on the bottom right there,
Yeah, I see it.
his name is George Dubin. If you look up his work, he is a phenomenal artist. And that's his paintbrushes and palette. Like he's the authentic deal. And he paints very painful things. So he struggles like Van Gogh struggled. I mean, he wasn't as bad as Van Gogh, because Van Gogh, I think he really just suffered his whole life. But George can still enjoy his life, but that's because he's in the modern day.
Also, bullets try to stop me.
What is that?
Thank you, bro. You know, I think that would be a spectacular combination. My face and yours, man.
Wadi is my hero. I love it. And that you can do that, or you can combine. You know what I was thinking? Your PFP with your face, but I know you're probably still. The PFP is the front, but my point is, you could take even like a cartoon image and combine it with your face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, hey, if you do that, by all means, and I will show it off like it's the end of the world.
Oh, very cool.
All right. So let me see what else. What else?
So that was
So you go to a lot of like art shows and everything, and
I exhibited in the Sawdust Festival, which is in Laguna Beach, for 7 years. And then I exhibited in the Festival of Arts for 2 years. And I grew up in Laguna Beach. So I've always been surrounded by the arts. I'm a little bit more solitary now. I kind of stay at home and work. I'm just really into working on this collage and dedicating myself to Web3. So I haven't really gone anywhere probably in a year.
oh well, I know with can say the word on stream, but with the pandemic that happened, I think a lot of people have been keeping themselves isolated.
Well,
So
and it's just the
congrats.
web, yeah, and the Web3 world, truly, I have seen the most talented people in here. I cannot believe it. And I'm so happy I'm exposed to these are real, true, authentic artists in here.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like when I try to get George involved, my friend, the one who posed for Vincent, and he just doesn't want to do it, and that's okay. But I just think, wow, there must be a lot of people that aren't involved that should be involved. But
Yeah.
what can you do?
Dickens says, if I'm saying your name wrong, I apologize. Here for the Art Evolution NFT Alpha. Friend of yours? He's new?
No, I think they want to hear alpha from you. It's
Okay.
not from me.
Let's see. You pick a hero and she makes art with you and the hero cross together. It's interesting. Yes, MK, that is the idea and that is what she does.
Yes. And how I make a living is, you have it up on pictures of my niece right now. That's how I make a
Oh,
living.
that's your niece. Okay.
Yeah, this is my niece, and I take all sorts of pictures of people. And I just photographed a commercial up in Los Angeles. I photographed the behind the scenes of what's going on the commercials. So that's my work that keeps me alive.
Yeah. My wife says I have no hero but favorite cartoon and princess laughing my ass off.
Ah!
I like Sailor Moon reminds me of myself.
No. Well, if we go to the Bride and Frankenstein, maybe I can make one of you and your wife, because the Bride and Frankenstein is a couple, and they have I put their child in it, the actual finished piece, as one of a bat. They're like super into bats, like cave
Yeah.
bats, and yeah, really cool. So you could do a piece with you and your wife. That could happen.
No, but I'm laughing at this one because
Oh,
the Happy New Year with the mask on, and yeah. So basically, you just change it
oh,
whenever or what?
yeah, she's right here.
Hi,
Mama, you gonna say hi? Look, you're on the screen. She's
hi.
like, yes, say hi. It's okay. It's okay. Mama's my hero, so how am I going to do that? Ah!
Ah. Wadi and Sonia should do the old farmer's painting.
Oh, that is a great idea. The one with the fork, the
Yeah.
fork that like a
Yes.
play on that. Okay. This is my nephew. So I started with my nieces and nephews before I even made the three-dimensional collages. So I asked my nieces and nephews, please pick a hero. I'm trying something out, and take a picture of yourself. So we were in isolation. So this is, gosh, Hirschner. That it's at the bottom. It's a professional skier, an Austrian skier. And my nephew Garrett lives in Colorado and looks up to this skier. So I sent him this picture and I said, please take a picture of yourself with the same expression. So it's really cool because it got him involved too. Like he had to take the picture. He had sent me like 10 pictures, and I was like, oh, your chin needs to be up a little bit more. You got to do this. And then I combined the two together. And yeah,
Nice.
he loves it. He loves it. So I started with my nieces and nephews. And I mean, that's a year ago. I'm so grateful I did it because then I wouldn't have known about NFTs. Now that's my niece. We did the same thing when we were in lockdown. I sent her the picture of Megan Rapinoe. I told her
Yeah.
to dress up like her and take a picture of herself, and she did such a good job. That's her in the bottom right. And then on the left is a combination. And my niece loves playing soccer, and Megan Rapinoe's her hero.
Yeah. Dickens says, seeing yourself in your hero, a lovely thing. I
It
agree
is.
with you. Yeah. Shaman, you like, so, well, wrestling. Why don't skip my question, bro? And you know, it's George. Oh, George shared. He's
Oh,
so
is it?
hard to
You
dog.
know, it's a mystery. She's a mix of terrier, Chihuahua, Chinese crested. I mean, I don't know what she is. I don't even know if she's a dog, to be honest.
Oh wow.
She's pretty smart. Like I'm always like, she's always putting me in line. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, oh God, this is one of my first ones. Oh geez, I'm so much better now. It's amazing.
No, I was gonna say I could tell the difference between then and now.
Oh, huge difference. My gosh. And I remember thinking, oh, this one's so good. But I mean, that's just how it goes. That's my original me and RBG. And it definitely evolved into something different because I put the We the People in the back, and but that was the very first draft. So can you see my eye in there? I'm the left eye. That's my part of the face. It's just like a sliver.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what software do you use? Like Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator?
I use Photoshop and Lightroom. Those are the only two I have taught myself how to use.
Nice. I used to mess around a little bit with Photoshop, but then I met Canvas, and yeah, I started doing all my thumbnails and flyers, whatever I want to create. I just do it there.
Nice. It's whatever works for you. I always tell people, they always ask me, what kind of camera should I get? And I always say, I had a boyfriend that bought me a Nikon, my very first Nikon, and that's why I started with Nikon. But really, all of the cameras are amazing. It's how you use the tool, is what I believe. Because, I mean, I can't tell you to go get a Canon or a Sony. You kind of have to figure it out.
Well, I'll be honest. I'm not going to
Oh my God, it looks so good.
hate. No, no, I'm not going to hate on any type of camera, but
Right.
this is the funniest thing. I spent literally about $1,200 on this one.
Oh,
I was going to use it for streaming and wanted to get the best quality out there. And Then I found out that I can even use it for that because the battery dies out too quick.
It does. It does.
So yeah,
And
um,
when like for I just wanted to mention this when I'm about to document George. He's installing a huge sculpture in Orange County, and it's this stainless steel. It's called Mercury Falling. It's a 5-story apartment complex, and I think it's an apartment complex. I know it's 5 stories, and it's this stainless steel, like huge sculpture that's going to drip off. Like it's called Mercury Falling, and it's like a drip, and at the end it
yeah,
goes. Shh. And so I'm going to document him. I'm going to make a short documentary film about him. And we're supposed to do it in August, but who knows? They keep postponing it because, the sculpture projects, they can postpone it for years.
yeah,
And anyway, I use my iPhone as B-roll, as I shoot video with my iPhone. And I got to tell you, it's better than my very best camera. So I use my really, really nice camera SLR to do the interview, and zoom in on a lens and have it like look great. And then my B-roll, I use my iPhone. And I'm honest about it because the truth is it's great for B-roll, you
yeah.
know, candid stuff.
No, I mean the thing that gets me is that like I said, I spend so much on that, and I even tried to use it on my wife's graduation, but I didn't have the proper zoom lens.
Mm-hmm.
Where I was sitting, I'm like, yeah, I won't be able. I mean, it takes real nice picture, but as far as using it for what I bought it for, I ended up spending the first camera. I bought another one. It was like 120. Then that camera keeps on zooming in and out. And yesterday, I decided to get a Logitech Brio, which is 4K quality, and that's the one I'm using now.
Oh, well, nice.
Yeah.
Good. And that's what I say. I got to plug in my laptop so it doesn't die. 1 second.
All right.
Okay. There we go. Uh, yeah, I mean, I just tell people you need to play around with it and figure out what works for you, you
Yeah,
know?
definitely. Um. All right. So, in the long run, you are planning to start the NFT collection, and you are thinking about the Web3 gallery, which will be real cool virtual gallery. I'm too bullish to confirm my fear. If you would have shown bullets in the third web back the way left and left. So basically, like, what are your next steps from here?
So I'm going to continue working on the Web3 wall collage and continue adding people to the wall. I'm actually acting out 3 PFPs today. So that's my plan. I'm going to record myself and act out the PFP. It's getting pretty serious though, because some of these PFPs are challenging. And then I like to up myself. Like I want to do better than the last one. So it's like, what am I
Yeah.
going to do? Am I going to like jump off a cliff for somebody's PFP? Um, I mean, hey, who cares? It's super fun. Uh, but I would really like to create a collection and experience being on the blockchain. I just don't know how to start. I have so many photographs in my portfolio of travel and wildlife, and then I have my mixed media collages. I'm just not sure how to start, really.
Okay. And what was the idea on this one?
This was a show I exhibited with George Dubin and Tom Lamb, who are two very well-known artists in Laguna Beach. And I had just finished my Vitruvian Woman, which is this 6.5 by 6.5 foot 3D mixed media collage of 3 different women combined together. And the idea is no matter where we're from, no matter what ethnicity we are or what age we are, we can all find common ground as humans. And it's about having global connection. And it's so interesting because I had not entered the NFT world yet. And this was like a perfect piece for me to create before I came in. So it's a combination of me and a Nigerian woman who's a model, and then Afra, who's from Saudi Arabia. She was raised in a small town on the Red Sea, and she's a spiritual guidance counselor. So it's like three different women, three different ages, three different lifestyles, and but we all came together. There's actually a video of the photo shoot and the three of us somewhere in there, so you can
Yeah.
see. But that piece is just
But yeah, I was gonna say, if you actually decide to put these as NFT, I'm pretty sure a lot of people is gonna be curious about it and definitely buy into it. So
so like, should I take different shots of the development of the Vitruvian Woman,
yeah,
or
yeah,
okay, and sell it as a collection?
yes. Like, oh, you see how here show like three different. I noticed the hairstyle. You
Right,
see, they're all three are different.
right.
Well, four, but now I see more. But yeah, you could start that at, like as a unique collection.
Okay,
You could even kind of categorize it as one rare piece. So
okay,
we'll talk a little bit more about that part after the stream, and
okay.
I'll give
Sounds
you
good.
some ideas on what you could do with that.
Yeah, because I have a lot of different drafts of her, a lot of different drafts. And, if you look at the beginning, she originally had
Oh
wings.
God, yeah. Hold on, let me see
And
this.
I took the wings off because it didn't work. I had wings on her and it just was too much for the final piece. Ah, who's this? Is
That's
this one of your
Bernie.
friends?
That's Bernie.
Oh, Bernie. Hi, Bernie.
But he is not bold. So take off the damn filter, Bernie. All right. So, you know what, Bernie? As a matter of fact, you give me an idea, bro. I'll doing one of you with Ben Diesel. How about that? Um. Okay. So, like I told you, he is a clown. So
Fun.
let me see something here real quick.
His
Uh,
his ETH wallet is too full.
huh?
It says my ETH wallet is too full. Who has that problem? MK2000.
Wait. What was that?
I don't know. It's up on the screen right now.
Oh, my e-wallet is too full. Oh, I
So
know, I know what they're talking about. It will work. Let me help you with that, Bernie. Oh my God, Bernie, what am I reading? You know what? I'm going to back work. Um,
Is this your wife, the queen?
yes,
Oh,
yes.
she's so cute. Hi. She's very cute.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, how fun.
Let me see.
Queen Perseverance. That's a great name.
Yeah, actually, she is very independent woman, and she also believed in the whole woman rights and women deserve to have a voice and an opinion, and she has a very strong opinion on all that. So what I also try to do, and this was kind of perfect for me, because what I try to do is I'm also trying to give women a voice
Yes.
within the Web3 space. And, like for example, a lot of times you would hear, like I've been in other spaces, and you will hear them complain that they don't get enough respect, or
Right.
that they don't get invited into certain shows and everything. And I
It's
mean,
true.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, I actually, when I came in, I know it's really intimidating and hard to speak, and I
Yeah.
realized that when I would get up and speak, it would encourage other women to speak. And then this one girl, she kept DMing me saying, "I really want to hit request, but I'm scared," and it wasn't my space. I said, "You know what? This isn't my space, but this is a safe place. Please hit request." And she said, "I'm scared." She kept saying, "I'm scared," and I said, "Promise me, just hit request. I'm here. I'm already on the speaker panel. You can talk to me. I'll ask you questions and I'll ask the host." She came up. She had such an amazing story. She was homeless. All of her work stems from her being homeless. I mean, and then when she finished, she was just in tears that she did it, and now she has a voice.
No, and that's the whole point right there. Like,
I mean, she
and
was homeless, like homeless on the streets, and she found a way out.
yes,
What
and
her
that's what I mean. Like when you really look into Web3, when you look into cryptocurrency, I mean, there's people that they invest, let's say $1,000, and they wake up with 50K in the wallet, and it's life changing.
right.
You can buy a Lamborghini with that, but it will help you pay off some bills and some debt if you're stuck there.
Well,
So
it's interesting because I am not somebody who wants to make a lot of money. I'm somebody who just wants to survive. Like I'm happy as long as I can pay my rent and bills. And so
yeah,
I'm looking I still am worried about it. Like in 2 days I gotta scramble up something to figure it out. But I don't want to get kicked out because I have the wall. And my landlords are really cool, but they've been super helpful during COVID. I was about 7 months behind on rent. It was really tough. But I come from a family that uh, had has money. Like I was raised in Laguna Beach. My dad was a doctor. I basically had a silver spoon in my mouth for the first 18 years of my life,
okay,
and meals were made. I mean, and I don't. I mean, my parents are great people. I think my dad came from nothing and made a lot of money, so he's going to spoil his children and his wife. I think that he thought that was the right way to go. And then when I graduated from college, my parents were just like, "Good luck out there," and that's okay. But I didn't know how to write a check. I didn't know how to do anything.
wow,
And so I've been kind of scrambling for 20 years, but that's because I chose to be an artist. You
yeah,
know, I could have made a lot of money being a wedding photographer. I'm a really good wedding photographer, but I chose to stop the weddings and go this route. And all I want is to keep a roof over my head and to eat and pay my bills. Like I do not want anything more than that. And so that's my goal. I
yeah.
don't know because I think money, I've seen it happen. I think money can really, really damage people, especially when they have too much of it.
Well, I have heard, people say money being the root of all evil, but what I have to say about that, in my opinion,
Hmm.
money just shows people's true character.
True, true.
That's it. That's the only thing, because I mean, I have friends, and they got fortunate enough to make 100K. One of them made like 500K, but then wasn't too smart, and actually, when I told him to sell, he decided to hold on,
Mm.
and that 500K turned into like 30K right about now. So, but long story short, him, he's still humble. He is still my friend, no matter what.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
And because it's very tough when the money goes to their head. I
Yeah.
can't really. I
Now,
can. Okay.
I have another friend that, well, I call him friend, but we no longer talk. Money got to his head, and he thinks he's too good for the world. So I like
So good luck. I mean,
well,
I'm really grateful because I have perspective of both worlds. I was very lucky to be raised, but I mean, like, I still struggle to cook because I
yes.
was fed for 18 years. Like, I never had to learn how to cook the first 18 years. And then in college, I played volleyball and lived on campus. So I went to the cafeteria for every meal. I still struggle to make meals.
Nice. I was laughing at Bernie's comment.
Oh, what do you say?
My wallet just causes my pants to drop when I walk. That's all it's good for. Jesus,
I
Bernie, what are you walking around, bro? With like a bag full of coins or a million
Yeah, aren't
dollar
you
in
into crypto?
coins?
Aren't you into crypto, man? That's not going to take your pants down.
Exactly.
Uh,
Um, well, uh, Carrie, don't
yes.
go anywhere. I will end the live stream.
Okay.
Thank you for being here. Thank
Yes,
you
thank
for
you.
showing your work. And hopefully, we get to do this again.
Absolutely. This was great. Thank you so much for having me. You're doing a great job. This is impressive. You have a
Thank you.
great,
Thank
yeah,
you.
because first off, the intro is fun. The intro, the logo, that got me like, let's go. It was, it's like before sports and it's like, let's get ready to rumble or
Yeah,
something.
well, let's see if you like the outro too.
Oh,
All
okay. I'll
right,
see you then. Thank you.
guys, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Have a good one. God bless. Tune in later on because I will have NFT project coming on like around 7 p.m. Eastern. So please make sure you're here. And if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. I appreciate that.
Okay.
God bless. Have a good one.
Thank you.